Friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to inform you about one of the biggest schemes for fisheries development launched by the Government of India. The name of this scheme is Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojna. In this scheme, the government has kept a target of increasing both marine and inland fisheries sector. So far as the present situation of fisheries is concerned, our production is 137.58 lakh metric tons, out of which around 50 lakh tons are produced in the marine sector and the rest is produced in the inland sector. Fisheries sector has been growing continuously and the present rate of growth is 10.88%. Most of the fishes are exported also, and the earning of the country from export of fish has reached to around 46,589 crores. So this sector is contributing a lot in the Indian economy. So far as employment generation is concerned, the fisheries sector is providing employment to around 250 lakh people who are engaged into fisheries, fish culture, harvesting of fishes, processing, transportation, directly or indirectly. So it's a good employment provider, mostly in the rural areas. The government has taken to increase the fish production from all types of water bodies apart from marine, as most of the fishermen and fish farmers belong to the landlocked or inland sector. So I'll talk mostly about the inland fisheries. So in this scheme, the major targets are to increase the production from different types of water bodies like rivers, canals, waterlogged areas or low-lying areas, oxbow lakes, reservoirs, etc. and ponds. This Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana or PMMSY project is a 5-year project starting from 2019-20 to 2024-25. In this period, the main target of the project is to increase the present average fish production of 3 tons per hectare of water body to 6 tons. So for this, everyone has to do some extra effort, like increasing the size of fingerlings to be stocked in the ponds, then providing aeration in the ponds, providing formulated and high quality feed in the ponds, and then controlling the outbreak of diseases, and also transporting the fishes to big markets so that farmers can earn good price. So we have to think into all these aspects, and government has very minutely studied everything and has given different schemes to take care of all the aspects of fisheries. Maybe it is feed production, maybe it is production of ice or storage, or even ornamental fisheries, or making a hatchery. So many aspects have been taken care of. We'll discuss about all these things in my subsequent slides. It has 3 components. Some of the projects will be financed by central government directly. Some of the projects will be financed by both state and central government, and in some of the projects beneficiary share will also be required. So 3 types of projects are there: central and state, and central, state and beneficiary. The contribution of the central government will be 9,407 crores. The contribution of the state government will be 4,880 crores, and the beneficiary contribution will be 5,763 crores. So this makes it the total of 20,550 crores. So the beneficiary have also been categorized into general caste and SC and ST and women groups. So for general, the subsidy is 40%, and for SC, ST and women it is 60%. So likewise they can apply and they can get the benefit. Now, so far as the beneficiaries are concerned, here is the list of the beneficiaries who can apply for the project. Number 1 is the fishermen, number 2 is the fish farmers, number 3 is fish workers or fish vendors, 4th is fisheries development corporations, which have been formed in some of the states and not in most of the states. Then 5th beneficiaries can be the self-help groups or joint liability groups or JLGs, they can also apply. 6th is the fishermen cooperative societies. 7th is fisheries federations, which are almost in all the states. Then 8th category of beneficiaries is the entrepreneurs and private companies, they can also apply. 9th is fisheries farmer producer organizations, FPOs, or their companies. The next is SC, ST and women groups, and also the disabled persons. 11th category of beneficiaries is state fisheries development boards, and the last one is the central or state government or their units like ICR institutes. So these are the beneficiaries who can apply. Now for applying for a project, which are the papers which are required, because projects will be sanctioned on the basis of the paper or the DPR. So here I will discuss about the DPR. Background of 3 years, the required financial and other activities of the organization. You should listen to it carefully, because on this basis only you will get the situation of demand and supply. So first of the particular project that you are going to propose at that location. Third is the objective of the project. Fourth is the tentative production or increase in the production of the project, calculation of expenditure and income from the project. Sixth is if there is any environmental issue, you should give a clearance for that. Seventh is if land is involved, you should have paper of land, either ownership through land possession certificate, or if you have a lease of the land, then there should be a registered lease for 7 or 10 years, because you have also to invest either 40 or 60%. So what is the source of the investment? Then ninth is the timeline, how much time it will take to complete the project. 10th is that there should be a certificate that this project has not been financed by any other organization. That means called no duplication should be there. 11th is detailed estimate, and 12th is a presentation that you will have to prepare for showing before the NFDB or before the any committee which will sanction the project. So these are the papers which are required for submitting the proposal. Now so many schemes have been taken in the project. I'll give you details of the unit cost one by one, and you can calculate how much is 40% or 60% of that unit cost. So for construction of hatchery, the unit cost is 25 lakhs. For construction of a scampi hatchery, the unit cost is 50 lakhs. Construction of new rearing pond or construction of new grow out pond, the cost is 7 lakh per hectare. Input in fisheries is 4 lakh per hectare, but this is for the new ponds which have been constructed and completed. For biofloc in marine area, for 0.1 hectare it is 18 lakh, and for biofloc in freshwater area for 0.1 hectare 14 lakh is the unit cost, out of which 4 lakh is for unit. Those who are having lease of 7 years for the land, they can also apply. The next is a project for a stocking of seed in the reservoirs. It is 1000 seed per hectare and the cost is rupees 3 per hectare per seed. Similarly, for wetlands, the cost is rupees 3 per seed and the rate of stocking is 1000 per hectare. For fish cum paddy culture or fish cum animal husbandry like poultry or duckery, it is rupees 1 lakh per hectare. For ornamental fisheries, there are 2, 3, 4 categories. One is 3 lakh per 300 square feet. Next is 8 lakhs per 150 square meter. Then 25 lakhs per 500 square meter and 30 lakhs is another category. And for establishing a brood bank of ornamental fisheries, it is 100 lakhs or 1 crore is the unit cost. For development of recreational spots for fisheries, it is 50 lakh per unit. Then comes the recirculatory aquaculture system. For this, the cost is 50 lakhs, in which there should be 8 ponds at least in one unit. For medium RAS, it is 25 lakhs. For a small RAS, it is 7.5 lakhs, and for very small RAS, it is 50,000 only. Then for cage culture in reservoirs, one per cage the cost is 3 lakhs. For pen culture per hectare the cost is 3 lakhs. For making go down from 10 to 50 ton capacity, the cost varies from 40 lakhs to 150 lakhs. For cold storage and ice factory, the cost is 50 lakhs. For refrigerated vehicles, 25 lakhs. Insulated vans, 20 lakhs. Ice box with motorcycle, 75,000. Cycle plus ice box, 10,000. Auto rickshaw, 3,000. For live fish transportation, 20 lakhs. For feed mill, it ranges from ton per day to 100 ton per day. The cost is 30 lakh to 650 lakhs. For retail market, 100 lakhs. For fish kiosk, 10 lakhs, in which you can also establish a ornamental fish kiosk, and for value addition 50 lakhs. So these are the things. If you have any query, you can ask me by giving some comment. Please subscribe my channel. Thank you.